Hey guys, welcome to Anime Casuals. I am Lucky.
And I'm Johnny.
And Michael is not here. So today we're going to be talking about an anime that he has never seen. So, yeah, you'll probably see some of these going forward. We'll probably, eventually have, Johnny and Michael do a Death Note, because I don't think I'm going to make it through that series. You'll see a little bit more of that coming soon. But, for today, we are talking about Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions. A name that I keep messing up for some reason and calling it Love, Chunibyo, and Other Drugs, which is not what it's called.
I mess it up too, not like that. But
yeah, that's a totally different show. So first off, we're going to go into some of the major characters here, and a couple that I wanted to sprinkle in just to help you understand the plot. Going forward, we're pretty much going to spoil the crap out of this series, and it's a great series, so I highly recommend you watch it. So Johnny, why don't you go ahead and introduce us to our main characters?
Okay.
Pretty much the four main that we really need to know about.
So the main characters I have here. First one is Rika. She plays the main female protagonist. And she is, so first off, Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions is a fun show about growing up and kind of accepting what comes with that. And, so we have Rika, like I said, the main female protagonist, and she is the one who's most heavily trying to deal with this. And, she is also known as the Eye of the Wicked Lord, and she has a bunch of cool things about her. She does a lot of playing and fighting with her umbrella, which is super fun to watch because it shows up throughout the anime in these epic action scenes that are really fun to watch. And Rika has a relationship with the main male protagonist. His name is Yuta, and he is someone who is kind of an opposite to Rika, but also very much the same. He used to be in a Chunibyo phase, and he hard dropped it. He got rid of it. And so
Cold
then...
turkey.
And he was trying to pursue other things. Just more grown-up cool things. Cool. Because, growing up's weird that way.
Too real, Johnny. Too real.
And that's Yuta. He's kind of, throughout the anime, tries to keep Rika grounded, because she's so far into her Chunibyo phase. The next person I'm going to talk about is Dekamori. She is super fun. She's one of my favorite characters. The way Dekamori... I was going to say the way she works, but Dekamori is cool in that she is very much... She believes in Rika heavily, and is also heavily into her Chunibyo phase, despite being much younger than everyone else in the cast. So Dekamori is super fun. She's super loud and all over the place, especially with her hair, the way she uses it and whips it around as a weapon. That's super fun to watch. She contributes a lot to the excitement of the anime. Next character I'm going to talk about is Nibutani, or Mori Summer. She is similar to Yuta in that she used to be very heavy into her Chunibyo phase, and then, for reasons that actually escape me right now, she hard dropped it. She left that and decided to go, you know what, I'm going into high school. I have to kind of grow up from that because, Chunibyo phase, that's younger kid stuff.
Yeah, because usually Chunibyo is usually known as like a middle school. Yeah, it's usually known as like an 8th grade middle school syndrome kind of thing. So yeah, she was trying to drop it before she went to high school for obvious reasons.
Yeah. And despite her best efforts, she can't really shake that Chunibyo phase. The rest of the cast will not let her do that, no matter what. And that's, some quick summary of some of the main characters in Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions.
So yeah, and then we have some of the other side characters. One of them's a real side character. He gets side real hard in the second season. Let's go ahead and start with Toka, who is Rika's sister. She is also known as a priestess to her sister. Usually whenever she battles Rika, she has a spoon because she's a chef at a really well-known restaurant.
3, 2,
I just saw a pretty
1.
What just happened?
Game.
And she, I think, eventually she moves, out of the country for a little bit. But yeah, she's kind of the one that forces Rika to accept of something really big that happened to her in her life. This is where we get more into the spoiler territory. So when their father passed away, that was what started Rika's Chunibyo phase. And so that's kind of one of the reasons why Toka doesn't like her being a Chunibyo, because she uses that as kind of she thinks it's an excuse to not accept her father's passing, which it is. And then in the second season, she just goes right back to it anyway, even though she has accepted her father's passing and everything like that. We have Shichimiya, who is introduced in the second season. She's kind of the other love interest of Yuta. Kind of, because Yuta really does love Rika. She is the middle school friend of Yuta, and she is also known as, I had to write this thing down, Sophia King SP Saturn the Seventh. That's her Chunibyo name. And she was Yuta's playmate. I call it playmate, but yeah, his Chunibyo friend back in middle school. And she developed a crush on him throughout the way, and so she comes in season 2 as as like a love rival for Rika, and and she plays a really big part in actually kind of ironic because she's a love rival, but she actually helps get them together, which kind of sucks for her, but that's anime. So yeah, then we have this is a really small character, but I thought I might mention her anyway. Natsumi Tokusawa, who is impersonates Mori Summer, or Nibutani's Chunibyo girl, in order to basically, for lack of better terms, to get at Dekamori. It was a little bit of a weird episode, but I thought I might as well share it just to kind of go over some plot points in here, because that kind of just shows how much Dekamori loves Mori Summer, even though, the real Mori Summer is right there, but, she always calls her fake Mori Summer. She always calls Nibutani fake Mori Summer, because she really doesn't believe that Mori Summer could be her, which kind of goes to show, how much in these Chunibyo phases, people are idolizing these people like they're kind of like gods, like they can't be real, and once you meet them, they I guess they just don't want their expectations to be squashed in a way. And then we have Kumin, who is I put on here Sleepy Girl just so I didn't forget. Kumin. Yeah, she's a second year, and she is she's mostly known for sleeping. Yeah, and she's
competitively.
Yeah, competitively. And she is she's an interesting character. She was actually homeschooled up until high school. So her kind of getting socialized didn't really happen very well. So yeah, she ends up trying to start a sleeping club, and doesn't work out. So she joins. She joins Yuta and Rika's club. Yeah, so it's pretty. She's a pretty fun character, and she is infamous in the series for totally looking over my boy Mikoto Ishiki, which I thought was going to be my favorite character until they just messed him up in season 2. He is my okay. Speaking of which, great segue. He is my Rock Lee of this anime, because they just dropped him. They were just building him up, building my boy up, and then all of a sudden just dropped him like a rock, bro, like Rock Lee. And just completely messed him up, bro. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And so he was the first friend that Yuta met in high school. So that, you'd think that would have significance, but apparently not. And he joins the light music club in order to attract girls. And he quits it once he meets Kumin, and then he just gets a guitar for no reason, because he can't, even though he can't play. And he gets in trouble basically for doing a poll of the cutest girl in class, and it's kind of funny because his family is known for balding, so he says oh, as punishment I'll just shave my head, which is kind of like getting ahead of the curve anyway. But yeah, he's now infamous in the series, especially in season 2, for not being recognized by any of them, because he gets tan because he's a lifeguard.
Really tan.
Yeah, really tan. He changes his hairstyle all the time, and people just don't recognize him, even his love interest, Kumin. And so that's going to basically cover the main characters for this series, and then now we're going to go ahead and get more into the plot elements of this, and Hey guys, thanks for watching part 1 of our casual analysis of Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions. Please like, share, and subscribe for more anime casuals. And our video schedule goes as follows: 1 video on Wednesdays, 1 video on Saturdays, and a weekend talk that's a little bit more like a podcast and a free-form talk
on Sundays. So with all that out of the way, guys, don't forget to keep it casual.